Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Son of Mogef. We're back on the Species and we're continuing a revisit of a project that I did a while ago in which we attempt to turn humans into fish. Yeah, that's a thing that I decided to do, and I'm in a really good mood today, like suspiciously good. There's this nice chill breeze that's come in, and it's brought like a sea air to it, and it's so good. It's not hot, it's nice, it's just chill outside. It's nice and chill. There was a bit of fog this morning, a little bit of rain, and everything it's great. I'm in a fantastic mood. With all that being said, for no good reason, let's kill things. Let's see what we've got. I've done the weighting of the few generations like I normally do. We've got oh god, oh look at all this, Jesus bloody Christ! Oh, well that was the wrong thing to push, wasn't it, Son of Mogef? There we go. Let's have a zoom in. We're down to 6 species. We've got these guys. I think this is our dominant species. It is, in fact. We've got these guys who just look so sad. Look at his face. He's like, oh, things are not going the way I would want them to. And we've got this guy. I kind of forgot about this guy. This is the guy with underwater wings. He like flaps them. Although apparently it's a terrestrial being, not amphibious like the rest of them. So we've got this guy who kind of is almost human. It's got arms and legs, and it's lost its eyes and most of its other features, but it's still sort of roughly, oh god, unlike this damn thing. What are you, sir? How many of these even are there? It is a minor species and only 5 individuals. And then we got the giant cyclops thing. It looks huge compared to the other one, but it's just all head. It's just got a massive head. They are amphibious, those ones. They're amphibious. They're amphibious. They're terrestrial. That word that I can't say. They're amphibious. They're amphibious. So this conversion of land dwelling to sea dwelling is going slow, but reasonably well. Like there's a... Hang on a minute. There's a population of guys that live in this general area here that are surrounded by water that seem to be doing fairly well in the water. Oh, let's see if we can push that to being fantastic in water. World options. We're down to 0.4 oxygen. Let me bump the water. Wait. Oh, that's fertility. Oops, I did the wrong thing. My bad. There we go. I don't think it actually went up. I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to try and revert that change. I'm just going to accept I made a mistake and carry on. We should, yeah, I was going to say, we should start seeing the effect of that oxygen drop any second now. Although it didn't seem to last that long. We're doing really well on population. These little guys are resilient. I'm trying to get the camera in a good position and failing. So these 2 large bodies of water haven't joined up yet. Nearly joined up, but not quite. These 2 are essentially just one ocean with a little island. There was a population on here, but I think they got stranded in... Oh, look. There's a bunch of them down here, look. Right at the very bottom of the screen. I'm not convinced they'll live for very long. Let's say the guys that were here were not well adapted to the water. They were just struggling to survive on a little spit of land. But there are a bunch of them over here. That's an isolated population over there, which is always fun. From an evolutionary standpoint. Excuse me, I have an itchy ear. There we go. Sorry about that. We got this population over here that seem to be doing pretty well, but they're all like, they look like land dwellers to me. Yeah. So it's these guys that are over here that I'd really like to keep an eye on. I'm probably going to forget and not do that, but this mountain range in the middle here, especially this little peak here, and maybe this one, they're going to be the only things not underwater pretty soon, so let's have a look to see how our species are doing. I clicked the wrong button for the 4 millionth time. We got that guy. Alright, where did you come from? You're new. God. He's developed hoofs. Oh, he's also dead. It does that when they die. It just closes the thing you were looking at. Oh, this version of it has spiky, which are fantastic for underwater survival. Oh my God. Oh God, I was not expecting to see whatever this is. Again, this one's got hoofs, which are not good for underwater survival, but it's also got flappy fins for swimming that are good. There's only 2 of them, they're not going to last very long. I don't know. Oh God, everything dies when I try and have a look at it. Oh dear. Again, developing like fins. This one has got little nobbins on the end of his fins that might turn into extra fins. I don't know. Even its legs are somewhat, you know, fin-like. This one is just a potato. It's just been left out. It's got hairy and become sentient, apparently. This one has arms growing out of its eyeballs. Fantastic. So this is our dominant species. Have a look at his statistics, his averages, sorry. The herbivore, amphibious, smooth-skinned. How's his swim doing? He's a reasonable swimmer with decent speed. Oh no, that was his walk stamina. So he's a decent swimmer, but with minimal stamina. I read 2 words and said minimal. Apparently it's absolutely lethal. I'm not sure how this is lethal. Maybe these are like raptor claws that he can get you with, but that's an assumption. Let's have a look. I did wait until they were up to generation, 125. So I'll wait until we reach 150 or the creature cap, and I'll bring you guys back for the next stage of small animal murder. Okay, time to come back. We've gone by roughly 25 generations. It was not quite, but if we take a look at these guys, you know, they're at roughly 150th generation, and this is our dominant species. Doesn't look well adapted for the water, but what would I know? They are amphibious, smooth-skinned and all that lot. Let's have a look at our clade diagram. This population, by the way, has barely dropped below 1,000. It's like it's been hovering here. Like sometimes it goes just below, but most of the time it's just above 1,000. So yeah, there's actually been some really good survival going on. Lots of evolution. God damn. So zoom back in. Hang on a minute. There we go. And we got, yeah, this is our dominant species. Oh, he's got a little tail. I hadn't noticed that. Oh, God. There's only 4 of these, but these look like they could survive in the water. They've got these big things that they can swim with. As do these guys, they're more streamlined, more like, this is, and this is going to sound weird, like, this is more like, I don't know, like a stingray type thing. The huge, you know, slow, flappy wings. And this guy's more like a dolphin, like streamlined, cuts through the water, you know? The expression on this thing's face, he's like, I don't know what I am. You made me and you're terrible. He's got a tail as well. Does that help in the water? Maybe it reduces drag or something? Oh god, these two things are so similar. There's like 80 odd of these and only like a dozen or so of these, so it's got a hump on its back. Alright. Like, if I... So we still got these guys that are doing quite well. Look at their big spindly arms. Look. Oh look, see? He can swim. He's a decent speed and he's got reasonable stamina. Nice. Oh, I've just realised he's aquatic. That's technically mission accomplished, right? I mean, we turned a human who only breathes on land into something that can breathe in water. I wonder how long they'll survive. There's not a lot of them about. This guy's not going to do very well. He's not a great swimmer and he can't breathe in the ocean. Oh. Although, he does seem to be able to hold his breath for quite a long time, doesn't he? There it is, he's oxygen. Like, it's not really... Oh, it does say suffocating though, doesn't it? I like the way he's suffocating and yet diving for the bottom of the ocean for some reason. Oh, look, here goes his health, look. Dead. Don't know what he thought he was doing. Let's change the world, shall we? Let's save the world first, son of Mogev. Let's, I completely forgot what I was doing for a moment there. Put this down to 0.3. And we'll raise the water level by 2 clicky clicks. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how this goes. Because these amphibious ones, these changes shouldn't bother them at all, should it? Another thing I noticed as well, can you notice the land is sort of sparse of food and trees and grass and things like that, where the population is being like pushed into these areas. It's all congregating. The amount of land available is slowly disappearing. The creatures in the world are eating all the food, where the ones that can survive well in water have got plenty of food. Look at these guys, look. Oh my god, there's loads of them. Let me have a quick examination of what's going on here. I pressed all the wrong buttons. So these ones are actually amphibious. Amphibious, 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 amphibious. Oh, did the water breathers, the gill breathers, yeah, I guess they died while I wasn't looking. Doesn't surprise me, there is quite stark competition for food, and although, you know, I am trying to get them to survive in the water and not the land, they still have to compete for food, and if they can't do that, they're not going to do very well. There's so many, like, there's so much activity in the water. Can you tell that I'm excited by this? It's just so good. Ooh, he's spiny, apparently. He's amphibious. I think they're all amphibious. Are they not? They're dead. Those ones, dead. Oh, also those ones, dead. Every time I try and view a creature's statistics, they become, like, extinct. There you go. Amphibious, amphibious, amphibious. Yeah, everything is pretty much amphibious, it says up here, in case you're wondering. Amphibious. They're all ugly. They're all creatures that I've created for my own personal amusement, but there's so much water here. Look at this. It's going to be... Yeah, this is going to be joining up with this soon. This is already joined up. These have already joined up. This bit of land isn't going to last long. They're all going to be pushed onto, like, this area and this circle of mountains, and even that's not going to last very long. I mean, how could it? I'm making it disappear by design, by choice. Ha 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 ha. This one's terrestrial all of a sudden. Why do I have such a problem saying that damn word? Oh, he's aquatic. The aquatic ones are back. That's interesting. I'm better off just using the Clade diagram. I don't know why I don't know why I don't. Wee! I got interrupted by the bloody the autosaves. These terrestrial, amphibious, terrestrial. Look at those guys. Where were they? Look at you. You're stripy. I like it. God damn. We do. Oh, did wait? Do we have aquatic ones? Yes, these guys. These guys are aquatic. They don't seem to have any eyes. They've lost their arms. They've got these tiny little spiky tails. They do have arms and legs still, like the humans did. That's nice. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm going to do another skip. Wait until we've gone by 20 odd generations. I'm not sure which one we're on, because I've been, waffling. Where's our... Ooh, yeah, our dominant species isn't dominant by much anymore, is he? 200 of them, 300 of them. Keep going through. That one really is trying to be a stingray, isn't it? Jeez. Yeah, so it's just these two that are in the runnings. It's either this is the amphibious one as well. Oh no, I thought that was the gill breathing one. I'm confused. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on these guys for a little while, and I'll wait until they get up to like 200. I know that's more than 25 generations, but screw it. So yeah, I'll let that happen. I'll bring you guys back when we're up to like 200, and we'll see if further change pushes them even further into the direction of, being fish. This guy, look. This guy, can you see him? This guy right here. They told him he could be anything he wanted, so he became an aeroplane. Forget like fluid dynamics or hydrodynamics or whatever you want to call them. This guy wants to be an aeroplane in a world covered in water. You gotta kind of envy that kind of ambition, don't you? Yeah, we've got a lot of species and we've got a lot of population, and it's going up as well. Like, damn. Look at this, look. It's climbing. I'm gonna just put it on normal speed for a minute. Look at this amount of activity in the water. Look at it. Look. So many things in the water. I mean, it shouldn't surprise me that much. It shouldn't, delight me that much, because this is the whole point. Look at these guys, look. The mass exodus of cucumber-bodied people with oddly long horizontal legs having a mass exodus towards the water. Look at this. What the freaking hell? You guys shall forever be known as the greater striped cucumber, while I struggle to get the camera into a decent position. Stuff. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Sorry, I'm in a delightful mood and I'm easily distracted when I'm like this. Let's have a look at this diagram. Oh my god, can I zoom this out, please, game? Thank you. I need to zoom it in a little bit now, please. Thank you. We got... Yeah, okay. Here they are, the greater striped cucumbers. They're still air breathers. Damn. God! It's got arms and legs and these great big appendages here, but they're aquatic. They are fully aquatic now. Well, I guess when they reach -1, they're fully aquatic, but close enough. These are the dominant species now? Bloody hell. Alright, I'll go with it. Oh dear, oh my god, what are you? That other guy wanted to be an aeroplane. This one just wants to be like a torpedo or something. With, I don't know. Do you know what bizarrely this shape reminds me of? Remember that film, Waterworld, with Kevin Costner that everybody hated and I thought was just average? Although the beginning is fantastic to that film, but, the shape of that guy's boat, this kind of reminds me. Look, it's got a big hull and then 2 smaller hulls. Pontoons, I think they're called. I don't know why it reminds me of that, it just does. Here's Aeroplane Boy. We should call him Icarus. This is an aquatic Icarus. Yeah, a lot of these are actually aquatic. Whether they stay that way and whether they live, this guy took it to an extreme, didn't he? Christ. Oh, he's our dominant. Oh, we've got 2 dominant species. I think that's a little bit of a contradiction, isn't it? Having 2 dominant species, but alright. This guy is just flat. He's got big flat hands, he's got big flat wings, and he's got a short flat tail, and he's got, what the frickin' hell, dude? Let's go find a bunch of these guys and see how they're doing. There we go. Again, clicked the wrong button. They look so weird when they swim. They don't paddle, really. They flap like a butterfly or a bird. Or oh, he's dead. Never mind. They don't flap like a bird. Like they do flap. In fact, like birds or butterflies. Look. So weird. These guys as well. Everything is struggling to survive in this world I've made for them. But I'm just about to make it even worse. Go ahead and save that. Or better. I guess technically I'm making it better now. Right? For the sea dwellers. Anyway, I'm making it better. Shut up, I don't need excuses. I can just do whatever I want. There's that. Can I put the water up higher than this? Yeah, I can. It makes small but significant differences, this water level. Like, this bit of land here is gone. These guys have lost what little land they had. Again, we've got an isolated population over here, which should be interesting from an evolutionary standpoint. It's just got this huge body of water here. Look, all the land dwellers are now like, help us. No, I'm just going to make it worse for you. Water's still not joined up here. That's interesting. I thought it would have done that by now. How are these guys up here doing? Eating every available piece of food, look. It's all going. But I think these ocean dwellers that we've got, the first like stable aquatic population, look like they're going to succeed. Look at these guys. Look, I know I've got it on like full speed, but they're like really quick. That's something I didn't look at. I didn't like look at statistics and stuff, and I'm in the wrong tool for that. Stats, averages. We got oily furred. Interesting. Decent. They're decent swim. They've got decent swim speed, but not good stamina. They're like really fast, but they get tired quickly. It's a bit odd, but decent and reasonable. They're aquatic. God, I struggle to even understand this guy. Like, these are hands like the humans had, and these are legs. These are... I don't know. I shouldn't... I'm supposed to be looking at their swim abilities. God, look at the size of this. They're amphibious. They've got decent and reasonable swimming ability. Decent swimmers, but low stamina again, so... I kind of wish these were a little more descriptive. I mean, what's the difference between minimal and low? Is minimal higher than low or lower than low? I'm assuming that minimal is lower than low, but... I don't know. It seems weird to me. We've got this thing that wants to be an aeroplane. It's got wings and landing lights. Jesus, it's getting worse the more I look at it. Just look at. Oh look! I just realised. Oh, I clicked the wrong bloody thing. I'm just dumb. What was I doing? I changed the oxygen, and I guess I'm just gonna have a look around, see what interesting things I can find. I mean, seriously, you think you're gonna survive in this world just being a potato? Although I do think it has a head, it's tiny. So he just went cross-eyed as soon as I looked at him. Yeah, a lot of women have that response as well, mate. They just go, what is that? What am I saying? Why do I say things? Why do I use the words? He kind of looks a little bit like Elmo, doesn't he? These eyes right on top. Alright, right, he lost his eye. God damn. I want to go find these guys. He's Amylois Marrot. These, just stop! Stop it! Not doing that. Where are they? Amylois. I clicked the wrong one after all that fuss I made. Oh, wait. There you are. You. They're down here. There's one. Slow it down a little bit. Just flapping around in the floor, I might add. These gigantic bloody wings that it's developed for some reason. So funny just watching these things move. Going about their day-to-day business, oblivious that I'm trying to like transform their entire species. And every other species. It's not like I'm, singling anyone out. God, I've been recording over an hour already. Bloody blood. I've also forgotten what I'm doing. Species. What's this about, dude? What have you got going on here exactly? Can you explain? Oh, apparently not. Apparently it doesn't want to explain that to me. It wants to just die and have me switch to a different creature. Oh no, there we go. Oh, he's not dead. He's actually doing really well. It just changed species for some reason. But can you explain these? How do these help you in a world covered in water with rising sea levels, I might add? You got no explanation for yourself, have you, dude? No. You just change your eye shape, colour, size, type at will right in front of me, and I'll pretend to not notice. I'll pretend also not to be freaked out by it. Again, I've forgotten what I was doing. These guys can run cross-country. That's new. I don't think I've seen that one before. Potato is desperately trying to be person. I'm so glad that vanished off my screen. I didn't want to be a part of that, whatever that was. I was looking at the generations. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to take a look at what generation they're on. Everything gets worse every time I look at it. Stop, please. So where's... Oh, God, these are definitely dominating the number... They're winning the numbers game. I tried to say two different sentences again. I do the words. Right, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do another time skip. I barely got that sentence out. Bloody hell. And when this is up to 225, I'll just bring you guys back to see if this thing has continued to dominate, and maybe I'll try to learn how to speak in the meantime. Be right back. From your perspective, I've got to wait 20 minutes, but you'll be right back. Okay, let's come back and check how things are going. Well, reasonably. This did drop down to 2 species, but it's skyrocketed back up again. I'm not really sure what was going on there, but quite a high population. Have a look at the... Oh, this surprises me every time I look at it. Oh, right. Okay, no problem. These things are really rather special, aren't they? This is a major species, apparently, with 38 individuals. Alright. That's a mutant. That's a mutant. The potato people are surviving, kinda. We got this guy. This is our dominant species. More than half of... Well, more than 2/3 of the entire population of this guy. With his claws and his... You know, fangs and his... big feet and his teeny little tail. It's these huge flippers. He's become amphibious again. Don't know how that benefits them in any way. You'd think that after becoming aquatic, they'd stay aquatic, but most of them have reverted to being amphibious. Yeah, or have remained terrestrial. Words. Let's have a look around the map. Yeah, there's only a few of them left, like, on the land up here, but there's tons of them in the water. There's just loads of them all over the damn place. We've not really reached the goal of having a purely aquatic species. They tend to be going from one to the other at the moment. There's a lot of activity down here again. Interesting. But since almost everything in the world is just that one dominant species, they seem to have spread out quite significantly. Yeah, see, these guys that were doing well up here have eaten almost all of the food available, so having to go into the water in increasing amounts to get food, which is diminishing the food available in the water and causing issues. I'm just going to call it issues. So let's have another save. Like that. Let's pop in here and get rid of some more oxygen. Let's raise the water level. I'm going to do it 3 clicks now, I think. I'm just going to accelerate it slightly. Go full speed. Ooh, look at this. Look at this, look, it's becoming increasingly desperate for these land dwellers, isn't it? What's left of them, that is. Like, this is almost an island now. This actually is an island. But we've still got this large, like, range of hills and mountains here that are above water. Like, there's a section here above water. A lot of this is going to disappear soon. What's left of these land dwellers isn't... I can't imagine they'd do too well. This is devoid of any kind of population. It's just, we've got some stuff on the outskirts. Don't know. Yeah, there is like some land left around the border. Sorry about spinning the camera if that makes you feel sick. It makes me feel a little bit sick, and I'm not really prone to that kind of thing, but my apologies for that. The population seems to be sustaining, even as I'm making things steadily worse. It's really at an interesting stage, because we're not far from having all the land disappear now. I think what I'm going to do is I'll do another time skippity dip, and next time I'm going to put this up from 1.2 to 1.5. I'm just going to increase it so everything goes underwater, because in the next change there's going to be no oxygen in the air. There's only going to be water oxygen, which is going to make a significant impact. I can't imagine that it wouldn't. With no air on land and no land, everything's going to have to go into the water and stay there or die. Just have a look here. Average. They are aquatic, but they're only at like -0.3, which is on the border between being aquatic and amphibious. These guys are still land dwellers. They're aquatic. Land. Both. You know, do you see what I mean? Like, they're flitting still between one and the other. I had to pause on this guy, didn't I? This guy that refuses to go into the water. Got hydrophobia. An insomniac, aggressive, brave, promiscuous, slow, rapidly exhausted in the water. Like, who's our best swimmer? His swim stamina is high and his swim speed is decent. He's decent minimal, a bit slow minimal, but he's got nothing to paddle with. It's literally just a potato. So yeah, these guys are dominant species. Oh wait, are they still the dominant species? The amount seems to have dropped off. Oh wait, I'm confused now to which species is the dominant species. Let me have a look again. Oh, we've got two dominant species that are almost identical. They're aquatic and they're amphibious. Interesting. These are decent high. So they're decent swimmers and high swim stamina. If they can maintain this and stay waterborne, I should imagine they'd be the dominant species instead of one half of two dominant species. But oh, look, right, I'll do another cut and I'll wait until this is at 2:50. I'll bring you guys back, and I'm going to have to look at ending the video soon. I've been recording an hour and a half, which tends to make like a 45-minute video with all the cuts and time skips and stuff, but I kind of want to put this entire place underwater before I finish the episode. I could leave it and do a third episode of this, but I kind of want to wrap this up and move on to something else. I want to do a thing where I fiddle with the gravity more, so let's just see how it goes, shall we? I'll, again, bring you guys back soon. Ish. Alright, it's time for Cataclysm. It's gonna get rough for these guys really quickly. I'm gonna do yet another save. This one, that one. Let's get rid of the last of the oxygen. Blap. Like this. Let's put the water level right up. Let's see how this affects things. This is, oh my god, look at the land disappear. Holy Christ. Wow. Look at these guys. They're like, oh god, oh no, there's land, we're gonna live here forever. I like the way they're still breeding quite well though. Again, they're like, there's this little bit of land here left, and these guys are just clinging to it. And this bit, look. I guess they're still amphibious. They're not quite fully aquatic, so they, you know, tend towards wanting to go on the land at least a little bit. It's just like this little finger of land. Although, doesn't seem to be a lot on that bit. There's still some around the edge here, look. Oh, look. And again, it's not very well populated. I did expect, you know, the water to be heavily populated. It's the only place that can be heavily populated. The only place with air and food. Let's have a look, see what species we've got and what they've become. Alright. We've got our dominant species here. We've got this guy. Our other dominant species. I was about to say he was like very aquatic, but then it became amphibious while I was watching. Yes, they are still like clinging to the land. They're desperately... God, what the hell? We still don't have a -1. That's the goal really here. I mean, yes, we have achieved the transition between fully land-based to fully water-based, but I don't know, fully? I don't think so. I think this really needs to be at -1 before I can say that, you know, the mission has been accomplished. And there is an easy way to do that. I can just do this. I think that's the maximum. Yep, it is. There's no land at all now. Either they live in the water or they die, and they appear to be dying, like really rapidly. Can they continue to survive? Player used literal global flood. It's super effective. Can you see that down there in the bottom left-hand corner? These little messages you get from the devs are brilliant. Okay, the population is still steeply declining. Not surprisingly. Look at these guys all flapping around like, oh, where's our land gone? It's all gone. We want it. We don't really need it. We just want it. I like the way when you select a piece of land like there, it says beach. I don't think that's a beach, dude. It's completely submerged. Like the highest point on the map is here. And that's underwater. There's not one single piece of land anywhere now. In fact, the water is flooded off of the map. That's brilliant. Well, we haven't had a global extinction. The population has suffered significantly. And again, I'm not really surprised. I just flooded the entire bloody world. Look at this guy flapping around, look. Flappy, flappy, flap. The thing is, like, when they come to the surface for oxygen, there's nothing to breathe, so the ones that need that are just dying. But the rest of them are doing pretty well. This water movement as well is messing with my eyes a little bit. I feel like the screen, I don't know if it'll translate well to you guys, but I feel like the screen is slowly moving upwards. And it's not at all, it's the water. It's like a tide that's slowly coming from the top to the bottom. But it's giving me the opposite effect. It's like an optical illusion that's messing with my eyes. So weird. Oh, this is going pretty well for these guys, isn't it? I am impressed. have a look. It's a major species. Still amphibious, apparently, which is interesting. He's still -0.4 aquatic. 0.4 aquatic, 0.4 aquatic. Oh, those guys just died off. There's only 3 species left. Most of them are this guy. 700 of these out of 1,000. I'm just going to let it run for a little while, because every other, if you look at these numbers that are up here, sort of just left of center, you can see these numbers are in steep decline. Well, this population number is like hovering, and it makes me wonder if there's going to be any change to that. Like, are these all going to go extinct and just leave these ones behind? I'm kind of interested in seeing that, because these numbers are steeply dropping off here. There are a lot of mutations happening, which is good for the gene pool. But we have yet to have anything become fully aquatic. Most of them are mostly aquatic, like this guy. He's mostly aquatic, but he's not fully, if you understand my meaning behind that. Like, surely that, like, that number changed so quickly. It says optimization of the creature's respiratory system. Negative values breathe best in water, positive breathe air. So if they're at -1, then they've got a massive advantage. Oh, the autosave made me jump a little bit. I'm not going to deny that. I really want to see if this will go to -1. Because if why does it change? So, oh, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. The number change is like so strangely massive. It'll go from -9 to -1, and then it'll go to like minus. There you go. Look, -3. I'm not sure what exactly dictates this number, but he's gone back to being amphibious. How is that a benefit in this world? Come on. I've been recording 2 hours. What? Oh, it became extinct almost as soon as I tried to examine it. Come on, I just want one of you guys to go to -1, and then I can end the video, call it mission accomplished, and do something else next week. Jesus Christ. He's still got legs. Oh God. Oh Christ, don't do that. No. It's just a flat piece of bread. I don't know why I said bread. It doesn't really look like bread. Not the kind of bread that you'd want to eat anyway, but I am so wanting for this to happen. Well, like I say, I've also got to kind of end the video at some point. Oh, he's back at -0.9. Just one more, 1/10 of a point. Come on, you can do it. Go. He's back to being amphibious. Why does that happen? Why do these numbers change so steeply and so regularly? Like, it's bizarre. Statistics. No, averages, son of Mogoth. I think it's because, like, in that clade diagram, it's an averaging of every member of that population. So the number that you're seeing is not for any one particular individual. It's like an accumulation of the entire species, which is why the number changes quite a lot. I think, maybe, as they die off and breed and whatnot, but ooh boy, these guys, they're definitely keeping me entertained. Tang. And I didn't see that guy. The colours on this one. Like those rainbow shrimp that you see that are absolutely awesome. If you don't know about rainbow shrimp, I think they're called rainbow shrimp. Have a look at them. They're amazing. They can like punch at the speed of sound underwater, and they can break glass and all sorts. It's insane. They got really good vision as well, which is a little bit bizarre. Come on, just one of you, just go to -1. Not even forever, just temporarily will do. Excuse me, I was looking at that game. He's at -0.8. So are they. The autosaves. The autosaves get me like every time. But I don't really think they're going to become fully aquatic, are they? Like, I could sit here forever and not get them exactly where I need. I do feel like I've accomplished what I set out to do, but I feel like this would really clinch it. Because the micro-humans that we started this experiment with were +1. They were fully air-breathing creatures. And if this goes to -1, then it's like an absolute switch, like a complete seesaw between land and the sea. But I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to make them do that. I mean, what else can I do at this point? There really is nothing else that I can do. Like, these tools over here. Oh, the land fertility changed. It does do that naturally. Like these values change quite efficiently. Not efficiently, regularly. But even if I set the land fertility to, like, yeah, to -1, it's not going to matter because nothing's on land. It's not going to affect the population any, really. Can I grab a creature here, please? Look at them all down here. This is awesome. Averages. They're still at 0.8. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to stop here. Wait. But these things are just at 0. They haven't decided yet that they're going to be fish. They're still looking for land that doesn't exist. Yeah. So this is as close as we've got. This guy's got huge arms, like shrimp, like that do the punching. They're amazing. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm going to have to at this point. I've been recording 2 hours. It's gonna be a super long video, and these videos tend to run longer than I would like anyway. So I'll do a quick save. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to move on to some other experiment next week. I want to play with the gravity some more, so I think I'll do that. Yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I am still 1 subscriber away from 230 subs, so if somebody that hasn't subbed yet, you know, who comes to watch this series and other stuff that I do, if you could just do that, push me above the 230 mark, I'd appreciate that very, very muchly. Let me think, it's Thursday tomorrow. I'll maybe do a live stream. Live streaming is a bit erratic on my channel at the moment, and I do understand that it's weird. But I like to take Thursdays for myself, just to have a break from making content and chill and do stuff for me. But other times I like just fancy sharing my gameplay with people, so keep an eye on the channel updates for, you know, whether or not I'm going to live stream tomorrow. I have yet to decide, and I apologise if that's vague, but that's kind of the way I am. So, what was I saying? Yeah, like and subscribe if you didn't already do that. Comments in the comment section, especially if there's something particular you want me to do or try or play. that's a whole section for that. Commenting is a bit weird at the moment. I can't view comments using YouTube Creator Studio. It just says, oops, there's been a problem or an error. So I have to like go through the videos one by one to find new comments, which is horrendous. So if I don't see you tomorrow, I will in fact be back Friday for Raft. I've got more painting to do on Raft and a few other bits and pieces to clean up, so I shall be doing that, and I shall see you then.